All right, hi folks. So this is going to be a little tutorial about throwing off the hump. I personally like to throw on a tall hump, and I like it to be relatively centered. You really don't have to center the whole thing, but for me, doing production, it just helps if the whole thing is pretty much centered. Then you can just clip off little pieces at a time. So first thing is that I decide what I'm gonna make and about how much clay I think I'm gonna need. And then what I do is I give that a name. I remember it, I stamp it into my mind. To me, it looks like a small mandarin orange. And so that is going to be my little nickname for this. Maybe it's a little bit larger than the cuties I've been making the last couple days. Yesterday I made some smaller ones. Slightly smaller. So then well, first of all, I set it aside. So I clip it off the top, and so I have a clear bottom here, a clear floor. And then I open and compress the bottom just like I would with any pot, making sure that I'm staying above this floor down here. I'm gonna pull the wall just with my regular claw pull, but I grab it everywhere and I'm containing the piece and compressing the rim as I pull. As I make that first pull. Now I'm gonna pull up by pressing down into the very middle of the pot and drawing. So what I'm doing is I'm going down into the base of the pot with my middle finger and I'm drawing out to the outside, and that is when I really get a sense of where is the bottom of my pot. And then I'm gonna pull this wall and open it up to the final rim. Normally I do that on the first pull, but I was talking, so I'm gonna do it now. Now I'm gonna set my finger here on the bottom and bring out the bottom. So now I can really see this is the floor of the pot and that is my foot. Okay, so I really have a clear sense of that. I'm going to make a round bottom on this pot because it's for something specific, and draw it out and then give it straight walls because this is going to be a cortado cup and that is the shape I want it to be. Make sure that the rim, just like any drinking cup, is thin because that's what feels good on lips, not too thick. Take the water out. See, I have a little bump in the bottom. And then I use a footer. I'm gonna run my thumb along the foot. I use a footer to cut the foot in. I take a look, make sure I like that shape. For this, I'm just gonna use my magic rib to gently round the bottom. If you want to use the same tools I do, I have a tool making workshop on my website for all the tools that I use pretty much every time I throw. I don't use hardly any traditional tools, mostly modified tools. And to get my broccoli rubber band. Yeah, mostly I use modified tools. This is one that I did buy. It's a hump tool from Bill Van Gilder. And it's the best one that I found. I just really like them. It costs about $5 or something like that. For this, I'm going to put my finger with the string right on the line. You'll notice that the floor, the part that's not the pot, is relatively flat. That's helpful. I'm gonna put my finger here and then I'm gonna let go of the string and let it go at around one full rotation and then just take it off. Okay, that one had a nice flat bottom, but I bet as we go we'll have some that don't have a flat bottom, and then I can show you what I do for that. So now I'm gonna try to get that same shape, same size I mean,